Hello guys, Latanya Speaks, signing in. I'll be real quick, and I just want to share with you guys basically how I'm feeling today, and hopefully it will be a blessing to you guys who are watching my video. Oftentimes we get so caught up in what's going on with us that we forget during this time of the holidays and it's getting cold outside that there are people who situations are 10 times worse than ours. And sometimes we have to do a reality check and realize that even though you are feeling a certain way about your life or your situation, there you are still blessed. You are blessed to see a new day. You're blessed that you have a job. You're blessed that you have food on your table and clothes on your back and a roof over your head, and your kids are fine. Some people can't say that. I have to constantly check myself too, because I do so much stuff in preparation for the future, so my son can have a better life than what I have. And I get wore out. I get wore out, and I be feeling some type of way, and I don't be feeling like being bothered sometime. And I know some of y'all feel like that too, you know. So I kind of been in devotion all day today to kind of get out of that little mood. You know that mood you get in where you just don't want to be bothered with nobody. You just don't want to be bothered because you've had enough. I mean, nothing is changing. Is that people just always want stuff out of you. It's like they're taking, and you just get to the point where you just tired of the one that's always having to give. And you have to change that mindset. You know, when you're feeling like that, it is really time for you to tap into your spirit man, because when you're feeling like that, that means your spirit man energy is very, very low, and you need to build up your spirit man. Whether you need to speak in tongues, whether you need to listen to gospel music, read scriptures, you need to do some kind of devotion to strengthen your spirit man. Building your spirit man is so important to your livelihood on this earth. And I'm so serious about that. You know, but that's what it lets me know. I mean, because when you have a connection with God, you see things for what it is. You know, not for what's going on in the physical world, but for what it is, actually. You know, spiritually, what I mean. But just call out. If you don't know anything else to do, call out and say, Jesus, I need you right now. Jesus, be a fence in this situation. Jesus, I don't want to backslide. Jesus, prevent me from being tempted. Whatever you got to say to get your spirit man back in line with what you know needs to be done, do it. Do it. Because it is so much going on, and it's so easily to be slanted, and it's so easily to backslide in this world. Another point I want to make also is know who you are. I can't stress that enough. Know who you are, because when you know who you are not going to let nobody try to come around and export you. People will see your talent and try to export you. And what I mean when I say export, I mean they want to try to capitalize off of your talent, and you don't get nothing in return. Beware of those people. When the situation don't feel right or sit right with you, you don't even do it. You move on. You telling people that, thank you, but no thanks. It don't matter how good the situation sounds. Nobody can fake black and white. Nobody can fake that. So do your research, you read, and you have a conversation with your Father. Because he is not going to steer you on. Man will steer you on every single time and tell you what you want to hear. But God put in us a little thing called intuition. And if your intuition, aka your spirit man, if it don't seem right, don't do it. Because you don't know what's on the other side. People would do whatever it takes to export your talent. So when I tell you, know who you are, that's exactly what I mean. Because when you know who you are, you're not going to let nobody take advantage of you. When you know whose you are as well, you're not going to let nobody take advantage of you. You're not. Because what God is going to do, he is going to tell you that this is not the move. And it's up to you to listen. Either you're going to follow your passion or you're going to follow logic. It is simple and plain as that. Because there's going to be so many situations that come up where your morals is going to be tested, and where your spirituality is going to be tested, and your self-worth is going to be tested. And that's why it's so important to spend time with yourself and know who you are. I can't stress it enough. Know who you are, because when you know who you are, you're not going to let nobody take advantage of you. You're not going to put yourself in a situation where somebody can take advantage of you. You will stand up for yourself and tell them, I'm not doing that. Or tell them, no, I'm good, or whatever. Because at the end of the day, regardless of all the things that they say they're going to do for you and can do for you, it's all smoke and mirrors if it's not sitting right in your spirit. It's smoke and mirrors. And a lot of times that's all it is smoke and mirrors. It sounds a little bit too good to be true, because it is. You know, and also do not put so much faith in man. Don't do it. Your faith comes from the Father. Point blank and period. When you put so much faith and so much of everything and all of you into man, you're going to be disappointed every time. We have to learn to change that and put faith in God and be patient with him and know that he's got your back. And remember all the stuff that he has delivered you from. Remember all the stuff that he has saved you from. Well, all that right there is enough to trust him with your life and to trust him with the decisions that are set in front of you that you have to make for your life. Don't make the decisions without consulting him and then want him to try to clean it up for you. Do it first. And I know sometimes it can be hard. I know it's easier said than done, but if we learn to, and I'm talking to myself too, if we learn to discipline ourselves to just not be hasty when we make decisions, just sit on it, think about it, pray on it, sleep on it, whatever you got to do, where you will feel like you're at a point where you can make a rational decision and not a decision based on passion or based on what you need or whatever. Because I know sometimes we be in situations where we really need this done, or we really, we don't know what's going to happen next if we don't get this done. Take a few minutes, breathe, and just look to God for direction. That's mainly what I can tell you guys. And also, people do not have your best interests at heart. They're looking for a financial gain on your back. Don't let them push you over. Don't be a pushover. Basically what I'm saying. And also, when someone blesses you with something, don't keep it to yourself. Bless somebody else. Pay it forward. And do not be afraid to share your testimony, because you never know that your testimony can help somebody else that's going through something. So, anyway, that's all I got. Talk to y'all later. I'll holla.